You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Thank you, Marshall. Vending principles. Create a checklist. Yeah, you know what? One of the small things you have to do is create a checklist of everything that you will need at your table, setup booth, and everything. Create a checklist. I'm going to tell you a story. Look, and now this is something I did at it was a natural hair expo a few years ago, right? Now at that point I had well over 100 vending shows. And vended in so many places, so many arenas and stuff. I've probably forgotten some. It might be even more, right? And so I show up to this vending. It was a hair expo. I show up there, got all my stuff. I look down. I don't have any bags. I was going around to different vendors like, you got any bags to spare? You got any bags to spare? And I'm just like, it was funny to me, right? Because I laughed about it. Because sometimes, despite all that experience, I would just throw stuff in the car and everything and go. But one of the things I'm going to do now, I'll just type out a little checklist and say, okay, got bags. That's very important. And especially it's a small thing. Try to get like a box of bags or something. Now, when I was living in D.C., there was this place I could go. It was a wholesale place I could go, and I could get like several bags real cheap. It was like one of those places that Korean vendors went. And since being in the Baltimore area, I'm not sure where I could go, where I could go to get it. But, I could still get bags at something like a Staples or something. It just costs a whole lot more. But, get those bags, especially if they say thank you. It's a small thing, but people think so. Make sure you have bags to, for people to carry your products. And like good bags too. I've seen some vendors, even like at some flea markets especially, they give you some bag and, it was like, they carry they had some groceries in there at some point. It'll be all tacky. You don't care. You just getting your stuff cheap, but it kind of looks good. Now, if you can afford it, if you can get customized bags, oh man, that's a great marketing tool. In fact, I'll probably do that. I don't know if I'm gonna get back into vending full time, but maybe in the spring or something, if I do a little bit more vending, I'll do that. I'll just get some bags like that. Just like personalized bags and stuff like that, which is a good thing. If it says your name is marketed and everything, they got the bag at home, they take it, they see it, they think about it, and that's especially if you got a whole lot of products and stuff, or you got a store or something, you want them to come back. Speaking of products, make sure, that's a main thing. I know it seems simple. But make sure you check everything that you bring. One of the things you want to do is have an idea who's going to be at the expo. But try to always have enough. Always have enough stuff. Sometimes just bring extra. Throw it in if you can afford to, or you got room enough, throw it in your car too. Just bring it all. You don't want to lose out just because you didn't have some because you didn't think it would be there. But make sure that your products are on point. Look at what products you have. Try to have an idea about what number that you have and everything. Keep some pens around. Now, this is especially for authors because you sign in books all day, so keep extra pens. All right. Business cards. This is key. Get some business cards made. Your business cards is a marketing tool because sometimes people see your stuff and, for whatever reason, they can't get it right then. Like I said in a previous video, they will have people have a finite amount of money they spend. And, they might have an interest in your product, but, maybe for whatever reason they can't get it then. Right? They either spent too much money or sometimes people come to those things and depending on it, they don't have enough money. They don't even have money. Sometimes they come for the entertainment or whatever, and didn't have any intention of buying anything anyway. But they see your stuff. Have a business card and especially a website they can get it from. Have some type of way they can get the product from you anyway, right? And one of the things, have a mailing list. If you're the type that put out stuff, put a mailing list down, write down some stuff. Now, I don't do that as much. I kind of kill that with the business card thing, because with me, I've noticed if I just give them a card, they'll contact me if they're interested in anything. But especially if you have like a store or online store or something like that, have a mailing list when you have any promotions and stuff, right? Tell them, hey, I'll let you know what's going on with me and everything. But yeah, gauge that depending on the type of business. Oh, and make sure that your clothes are right and all that. Yeah, I've talked about that before. So go through your closet, make sure your outfits are together. Like all the outfits I'm be wearing in the 2 vending events I have coming up, they've been dry cleaned. They hanging up in plastic in my closet, because I'm picky like that. Got the shoe shine kit, going break it out on the shoes. Do that, right? One of the things you want to bring plenty of change, especially if you don't take credit cards. Now, right now, I don't take credit cards because right now it wouldn't be cost effective. I don't vend that much. But if I were to vend more, if it was going to be a thing where I'm just making a living just through vending, I would get some type of credit card thing where somebody could just swipe. Right? And, depending on the price, I might just get that anyway. But it has to be cost effective. I haven't checked into it because, there's always a little fee or something. And my personal experience with vending card, when I was dealing with credit cards and stuff like that, it was very ancient. It ain't like you could just stick it on a smartphone, that, a little piece you stick on a smartphone and just swipe. But I'll look into that. But if you can bring that, if you got some type of machine, that's actually a very good thing, because a lot of people still don't carry cash. Now, and that's one of the things. See, and honestly, I didn't think about it. Because like I said, I don't vend like I used to. But if I get to the point where I'm vending like on a consistent basis, like that's all I'm doing is vending, I'll definitely get a credit card thing. But a lot of times when people come to these things, they have cash. So one of the things you want to make sure is you have a sufficient amount of change. I would say maybe, like me, I'll have about $40 maybe in fives, because you can pretty much change anything there. And usually with my books, I sell them in denominations of 5 anyway. So that's easy to do. All right. So make sure you have some cash. Make sure you have change. And on a small scale, make sure you got some water with something to drink. You don't have to bring a full-blown meal. And in most places, they have some place to eat. In most places, you can get a meal or something. But you want to bring some water to drink. And then the last thing, the most important thing, bring your energy. Put that on there. Get some rest beforehand. Be ready to go in and just go crazy. Just be jumping around and everything, right? So, anyway, yeah, get that checklist. Make sure you got everything when you show up. Anyway, that's it for today. Let's go make that money.